EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with their opponents. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Smack dab in the middle of I-295 that encircles the city of Jacksonville in northeast Florida. There's a good look at TIAA Bank Field. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerge from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with their opponents. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. This one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. Play action now. Jackson toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And and they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside, but it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach, or probably his agent too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
They'll run with Chubb. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Chubb, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Blankenship's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. First down, going to get him 5 up to the 30. Well, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
Football's such a game of tendencies, down and distance, and on 3rd and inches, 3rd and 1, you're thinking, man, the fullback's probably going to get the ball. But when you get to 3rd and 2, most of the time that's either the running back or a pass play. So that's a nice tendency breaker by the offensive team there. Hand it to their big guy to pick up a first down.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. Robinson, a first down and then some. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line.
Brandon, after last week we went over 200 yards. Looks like the hot tub, cold tub, whatever he did, it worked pretty well.
Much chatter about that performance. Rightfully so. AFC Offensive Player of the Week. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Recon, 132 fighter. Switch. Bravo.
Here's Lawrence. Right side, it's Hamler pulling it in. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Just a yard to go here on second down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on 3rd down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on 3rd downs all year long. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A play fake for Robinson. Now Lawrence. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
3 yards remaining. He originally opened in 1995 as Jacksonville Municipal Stadium when his franchise entered the NFL. We welcome you to Jacksonville and TIAA Bank Field. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with their opponents. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
But Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
Well, I've never seen this one. It's second down, and the punt team is out there. Here's Thomas. There he goes left side. And finally out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And this is going to set up first and goal inside the 5-yard line. Blankenship's kick is good. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And we know all about the importance of this ball game. Sure, we're still just in the middle part of the season, but this one you feel could have ramifications down the line.
Right now you're looking at these two teams as being the number 1 and 2 seeds in the NFC, and I know it's a little early to start worrying about seeding and such, but let's face it, if these two meet again, the winner of this game could be the one hosting that game that they play down the road.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here comes Hamler on the jet sweep. Showed the nice footwork and then hit and dropped shy of the 45. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now a give, right side. Robinson. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Lawrence will throw. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. 7 yards, the pickup there. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. On 1st down, Lawrence. And a dump off here to Robinson. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down. Defensively, they were all over that. When he decided to keep it, there were a lot of eyes just darted on him.
I wonder if he followed the progressions properly there. I think maybe he really wanted to run with the football. Turned out not to be the correct decision.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Jackson. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Play action with Jackson. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Jackson going to keep it running right. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Jags grab it. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
And And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it, because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
From the 24, Lawrence. This is the tight end, Njoku.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 62 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half. The kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Robinson. And he'll take this into the end zone. A touchdown, Jacksonville. James Robinson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Play action. Now Jackson. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Josh Allen. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Now Jackson. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. And they'll send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Lawrence. He finds his man, complete. It's Brooks. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, You see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some... But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Thunderbirds are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. To start it out, Robinson, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
72 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he'll go out of bounds finally at the 7. It's a big play for the Jaguars. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars have moved out in front. Right down the middle. And that makes it a 17-10 score. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
Play fake. Here's Jackson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just have to say, let's take a knee and go into the half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points. While the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. So this a 2-possession ball game as we get back underway, set for the 3rd quarter. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
Being chased out left. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
From the gun, Jackson sliding out of the pocket. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Handoff comes to Chubb. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And Chubb fighting, but nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped short of that 1st down marker. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Running for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. And now Jackson will look to throw it. He'll buy some time right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Play action. It's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And it's caught. Touchdown. Austin Hooper. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Thunderbirds have cut it back within a score.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and the lead is down to a field goal. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise...
And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. 82 yards.
And the Jags are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line.
So they'll decline the penalty there and go ahead and keep the yards lost on that last play. So the hold on special teams backs them up all the way inside the 15 to start.
They run. Robinson. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him.
82 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
They go play action with Lawrence.
He's going to look deep down the field.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now a give right side. It's Robinson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground. Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Lawrence flushed out right. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Second down at 5.
On the run, it's Robinson. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Robinson. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown.
James Robinson
with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Jaguars add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And that 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the 4th quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. Here's Jackson to throw. It's caught by OBJ. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Chubb will get the call running left. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Buying time to his left. Over the middle, complete. That's Thomas. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. Throwing again on second down. Jackson rolling to his right. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. Now a handoff looking right. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Well, they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Jaguars are closing in now on a 7th straight win to start the year. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. Heck of a move. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Check 26, check 26.
of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And a solid run down inside the 30. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And the Jaguars are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
They go play action now. Lawrence
sliding out of the pocket. And Sharp calls it in. Past the 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, wide open, complete. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Well, an interesting finish to this one. They get in the end zone at the end of the game. Then they went for 2. It wouldn't have mattered. The game was over, but they didn't get that 2-point conversion.
I think trying to get the 2 points, that was for pride for them. But obviously the guys on the other side of the ball had some pride too. They stopped the 2-point play, even though, as you noted, it did not matter. So both teams battled to the end.
So for the Jaguars, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Buffalo Bills next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they drop just their 2nd game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.